Hey there, bookkeeping side hustle community. We are here with our wrap up for the
Woo!
Gusto Payroll Certification Challenge. We made it. A lot of y'all did. I know a lot of people are in progress too, but and no, Liz Miller, you're not late. We're just getting started. A quick little info about what's going to happen. We're going to celebrate the winners, share some highlights. We're going to tell you how to get your socks because some people are working for socks. We're going to discuss some ideas for how to use this training and the certification that we've just received, and then some next steps, how to keep learning, keep partnering with Gusto, and then we're going to spin the prize wheel for the grand prize. That's our quick little agenda. We'll try to keep it short. Ask your questions though, and we'll field the questions as long as they're in the chat. But why don't I have our Gusto friends introduce themselves, remind us who you are real quick, and then we'll share some highlights.
Amazing, Kate. I can kick us off. Hey, everyone. My name's Annie. I hopefully saw you if you joined us during any of the working sessions. So it's great to connect with you. It's been an honor to be a part of this group and see you all progress through the electives and the payroll certification. So I'm just so excited that I was able to be a part of it. My role at Gusto is to run education programs. So if you have been a part of some of our certifications in live formats or quarterly scoop, you've probably seen me. And I'm here for anything that you have questions on in the future, whether that is what you want to see with professional development or more gusto programmatic aspects of training. So we're here and we want to know what you want to continue to learn. Jacqueline, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, Annie's got the cool music too. Annie's got the cool
I
music.
had the music.
Study group.
All right. Annie, I'm gonna have to get this playlist from you. What was
It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It's just YouTube and you just type in lo-fi and it's just these lo-fi beats and it's amazing. I listen to it when I work all day. So highly recommend.
All the good tips here. Jacqueline, introduce yourself.
Amazing. Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline and I have the honor of empowering community and education at Gusto. I've been with the company for going on 3 years now. And before working here, I worked at Xero in their partner program. So I've been a part of the accounting profession as a big fan and cheerleader for going on 6 years now, which is kind of amazing. And
wow.
I say this quite a lot, but for me, it's really an honor and privilege to get to work with this community. I am just so, I just so admire the work that you do and helping your own teams and your clients succeed and thrive through helping them understand their numbers. So I appreciate you all and thank you for completing the certification programs.
Yeah,
well done.
Thanks for your support and for teaching us. All right, Anne-Sophie.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Anne-Sophie. I'm working for Gusto as our community lead here. So obviously, if you got a chance to sign up on Connect and to connect with each other and ask questions, to Kate here or to Annie on the forums. That's where you can find me as well. So again, if you have any question, Gusto question related, feel free to ask them and DM us directly on Gusto Connect. We hope to see you there. There is a lot to do there. And I'll speak a little bit more about how you can engage best with our community. And we would love you to be part of our community. And congratulations on completing the certification and good luck for those who are still in progress.
That's right. All right. Well, I'm going to jump to, I sent an email last night asking for people who had finished to give me some feedback. And let's see, y'all seeing my screen here? Let me know in the chat if y'all are seeing my screen. I made a little slideshow. These are like a highlight reel. Oh, man, Annie, we needed your music in the background here. It's okay. Let's see. All right. Virginia says, this training has been amazing. I'm wrapping up everything today, but I was able to create a beautiful SOP with this training to support me and my team. I also loved the perspective from other financial professionals on the opportunities to better advise clients by having such a wonderful software. Tracy said, I really enjoyed how the training was designed. I liked the testimonial videos and how you all explained what Gusto has done for your business. The most surprising thing to me was the hiring in the new state section. I like that Gusto has partnered with CorpNet to make it easy and compliant for the client to have remote workers. I feel more comfortable in offering payroll service after going through the training and getting this certification. Liz M says, I really enjoyed how thorough the training was, not in just Gusto, but also touching on payroll requirements itself. One useful thing I learned about was the new employee reporting requirements. I even worked in payroll in Kentucky, and the CPA never did that. I have a plan to switch all of my clients in the near future to Gusto, simply for ease of mind and knowing that Gusto has our back when it comes to doing payroll the right way. Hey, so I don't talk the whole time. Annie, you want to take the next two?
Sure. Liz R says, one thing that really stuck out to me was the area about tips. Not only is there an area to put in cash tips, but Gusto will make sure that the employee gets the correct hourly wage in those industries. I feel that's often missed or overlooked. Yeah, Liz, I couldn't agree more with that.
Annie solved those problems before. One more, Annie, from you.
And Stephanie says, I enjoyed learning about Gusto Academy and the payroll certification courses. One surprising thing was that Gusto has an onboarding checklist. Why didn't my rep tell me about that? And the onboarding in a different state module was really helpful. Overall, the study group was a great boost, and having that deadline was so helpful to keep me on track. Stephanie, I'm so glad.
Yeah. Anne-Sophie, can you take the next one?
Sure. So Vicky said the new payroll certification training from Gusto was focused as much on the mechanics of running payroll as it was learning how to use Gusto itself. Despite not being new to payroll, I feel like training solidified my payroll skills and gave me a huge confidence boost. I wouldn't have created room in my schedule to complete this certification if not for the kick in the pants the Gusto certification challenge provided. Hashtag real work for socks. I hope you
Read one more for us, Anne-Sophie.
Okay, Susie says, I enjoy the user-friendly platform option to read the transcript of the video. I did this a lot and focused just on payroll. I got more clarity about the whys behind payroll taxes. Understanding payroll now better integrates with my understandings about S-Corp as well. Plan to use this training to offer more value to my clients. So glad they give badges for this training. I have already added to my social media banners and email signature. Congratulations, Susie.
Way to go. All right, Jacqueline, you can take mine.
I'm just smiling ear to ear right now. Oh my gosh. Says the onboarding checklist and the module on the journal entry were so good I almost cried. What I wouldn't have given for that information back when I was first starting my business. It is.
It's true. It's true. All right, I think that was the last one. Yeah, it was the last one.
This is amazing.
Thanks for everyone who replied. Feel free to shoot me an email if you want to share it. I mean, Annie and Jacqueline and Anne-Sophie have worked hard on this, so this is what keeps them going. Now we'll work for socks. That's what some people came for, and so I am going to be sending y'all an email. It's going to be from my email, and there'll be a little link to fill out. And so give me a day or two, because my first employee is my son, who's 11, and I'm going to hopefully have him be the one to learn how to cut and paste from Excel and do a little text snippet and send everybody the link for the socks. So that's how you're going to get your socks. And they're fun. I've already gotten my pair. I got a little early edition. And so now let's just quickly discuss some ideas for how we can use this certification in our marketing. Annie, I know you have some thoughts on that. Jacqueline and Anne-Sophie, jump in if you want. We don't need to dwell on it too long, but kind of the so what part. Whenever someone, this might be one of the first accounting certifications some people listening have received. Probably for sure the first payroll one they've received. So what are your thoughts on like not letting this just sort of sit on the digital shelf?
Yeah, well, first off, congrats. If this is your first badge or if this is just your first payroll badge, that's so exciting. So just take a minute and congratulate yourself. And then show it off. I think that that's such an exciting thing to be proud of. Not only is it saying that you spent the time doing this, but it shows that you have now hard skills about payroll, about the specific platform that you're working with. So I like to think of it in two ways. If you are a firm owner and you want to show clients or prospective prospective employees that you are proud of your team's expertise and technical training that is required to be a part of your team. Show it off that way. You can show it off on LinkedIn, in email, in your email thread or signature, or on your website. Or if you are just looking to be focused on professional development and you want to show the workforce that you are dedicated and committed to getting those technical skills and taking that time to get certified, again, showing it on your social platforms like LinkedIn is a great one. I have mine on my email signature. I love to show it off, so make sure you can put it there on your website or any other platforms that you feel like you can really just show off your stuff and feel like you are proud of what you've done. So if you have any other questions about that, let us know. If you have any other ideas of what you've already done, I know some of you have already put it on different platforms, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. And I think people are continuing to get creative with where they show it off.
Jacqueline and Sophie, jump in if you want, but y'all share what y'all have done. If there's any other ideas about how you've already utilized this, or if it's gotten you some traction.
Yeah, Kate, can I do a screen share?
Yes. Go ahead and
possible?
add your screen at the bottom, and then I'll add it to the stream.
Okay, I'm going to present because I want to show everybody something pretty slick.
I think I know what you're going to share, and I'm excited that you're sharing it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not seeing it on the studio yet, though. Is there at the bottom it says present with the plus sign?
Okay, I think, Annie, can you share yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have Annie share, because there's something you can do right within Gusto Academy that'll push this to your LinkedIn feeds and give you that little social boost that, we all learn for different reasons. We have our different motivations. Some people are lifelong learners. Other people want some kudos. Like it feels good to get kudos from your community.
Annie, is it not letting you share?
Nope, I just am pulling it up. Can you see that right now?
There it is. Yep. All right, I'm adding it to the stream right now.
Okay, so Annie, if you go to your profile, yep. Okay, you just try it, Annie. Go for it.
Okay, amazing. So I'm going to go to the People Advisory certification. I actually am bad and haven't done the full payroll certification yet on this account. But what you'll see here is you get this really awesome badge or certification. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I was having such a hard time. Yeah. And certificate, and it has that confetti. But then what Jacqueline and I want to show you is down here. So actually, if you click add to LinkedIn profile, I think that will, is that showing the new tab, Kate?
It's not showing a new tab. We still see yours.
Okay, let me reshare because it brought up to a new one. Let me just show exactly what that comes up to. But it will bring you right to this. So it actually allows you to immediately add a license or certification. And so it shows that you can have People Advisory, you can type in Gusto, we show up right there. And then allowing the link right there. So if they ever click on it, it actually brings you to the certificate. The one other thing I'll share is if I reshare my screen, and we go back into your profile of Gusto Academy. If you click on those three dots with the share, you can also throw that into a post. So you can throw that into a post for LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on Twitter, and just show off your stuff. Again, be proud of this. This is a huge accomplishment, and we want you all sharing that with your community because you deserve it.
Annie, can you remind us how we get to this little certificate?
Yeah, let me get out of it. So you go to Gusto Academy and you log in, and then you go to your profile in the top right. So it's going to look exactly the same. And then here are all your awards, and you're just going to click on one of them, and you get that badge with the confetti, the certificate, and then you get to do it all right down here. And any program that you complete, it will show up here and will have the same acknowledgement and celebration.
I know there was a lot of us who did the People Advisory since y'all made that first 2 years ago. Is that updated to where I have the same functionality on my old People Advisory cert?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So you'll see that if you took People Advisory certification on our old portal, it's probably a very different look and feel from when you joined Gusto Academy to take payroll certification. But don't worry, all of your credentials have been
Mhm.
transferred over. If there's any concern about that, let us know. Sometimes some things don't, fully work. We're always working with bugs and technology, but we are confident that that's been a process that's been carried out. So just reach out to me if you're not seeing that on your profile, and we'll get you taken care of.
Perfect. I want to add one of the things I thought about, I haven't executed on, but it was an idea, was at the bottom of each module, y'all, in our certifications were these like learn more. And they were basically, I
Yeah.
think, mostly y'all's Gusto blog articles. It seemed like most of them were like that. Maybe a couple of them were like outside resources, but
Right.
there was a couple that I was like, holy moly, that's like a social media series right
Yeah.
there. Just like take a sentence from the opening line of something else that the experts wrote, and direct people to the additional article, because part of our job is just to be helpful, like in general, and then when they need us, they're going to call you. So there's a lot of Gusto users that are starting with Gusto on their own, not as a working with an accountant first. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, and they're always looking for the right people. So keep
I
that in mind.
I thought those were great resources. So y'all go back into the training to find those.
Great call.
I also just have to shout out Heather. She said she's already used that feature to add the certifications to her LinkedIn, and it was super easy to do, and tons of people from Gusto congratulated her. So Heather, I'm so proud of you. Thanks for doing that, and we can't wait to see who else does it.
And then Annie, following certification, of course, is a great way to build foundation, but how can folks stay up to date with the latest and greatest product updates?
Yeah, so we have those programs within Gusto Academy for the different certifications, and I know Jacqueline will talk about next steps if you want to continue learning. But as you may know, Gusto is coming out with new product updates, new features, new information all the time. It's actually sometimes even hard for us as Gusties to keep up because there's just so many amazing launches that are happening all the time. So if we feel it internally, we know it must be something that we need to do to keep our partners up to speed. So we are offering what's called the Quarterly Scoop. It is a newsletter and video that keeps you up to date on the latest and greatest of what's been happening at Gusto. That's product features, that's industry updates, and we will be offering this as a blog and video within Gusto Academy. So keep an eye out. That will be coming out within the next month.
Thanks for sharing that. And also, I mean, is Gusto Connect a good place to start getting more and more of that info as well? And Sophie, like that might not even be in the once a quarter, but even more frequently than the quarterly scoop?
Yeah, I would say Gusto Connect actually is a place where you can just actually connect every single day. So if you want more information about industry update, Gusto update, and you don't want to wait, until the next quarterly scoop, that's definitely a place that you should check out. We are posting there a lot of information, but I think what's the most important for you is to really keep that discussion coming, right? You got certified, but now maybe you have more questions that might arise, and here is the place for the community to just help each other answer those questions. And it's really about staying connected, obviously, also taking advantage of the community. This is a place for you to crowdsource any answers and to meet new people who might just be having the same challenges but also the same success, and you can encourage each other and celebrate each other. We have a few programming coming up. We have Ask Me Anything, so it's basically a monthly webinar that we throw just for the community about specific topic, where you can just join and meet our team and ask any question you have. So you can either, obviously jump on the forum, but join those meetings and just don't be shy to ask questions, because the question that you have, everybody has it. It's just a question of actually asking it. So don't be shy. And I would say that the latest thing as well is obviously, we want to celebrate our members, and so we are doing member spotlight. So you could see some of your colleagues there where we're shouting their story, successful story, and you can learn from each other and share some tips and tricks. So stay connected, come on Gusto Connect. This is not just a community, for... I would say it's a place for you to really interact with each other and build your network. So take advantage of it.
The year end is when all the all the crazy comes out. So it's going to be where we need to help each other. Like, so and so didn't take payroll all year, or they've been paying their brother, but they didn't do it right. So that Gusto Connect's going to be where we get to solve all those little, like, especially like the little problems. Like, okay, I kind of get it. You know, I took the training. I know how to onboard someone, but then there's like something weird. So
That's nice.
you
Right,
lean on
it's
each other.
really
Y'all.
nuanced. Mhm.
So I would also like Jacqueline to just let us know about more training that's coming up, the more certifications. Annie talked about some of those because Gusto kind of went backward. They built level 2 and then they built level 3 and then they went back and built our level 1 that we just took. So for those people who might not know about what else, when should they take more training? What is the other training about?
Yeah, that's so funny. We did release the sequel before we released part 1 of
Like
the
Star Wars.
trilogy that is Gusto.
Yeah, we're the Star Wars. That's right.
So I know many folks within Kate's community have already taken people advisory certification. We did that wonderful study group together 2 years ago. But in case you haven't, I'll zoom out for a sec. We know that when you think about your own career arc or the career arc of folks at your firm, it starts by learning the basics, skilling up on how to deliver payroll as a service. And that's exactly what you did through taking the programs available within the Payroll Essentials Learning Track. That was the certification and the 2 electives. So what comes next? What comes next is now having those more value-added conversations with your clients about people advisory. I think people advisory as a concept can feel either fuzzy or daunting, but it doesn't have to. If you think about within your own experience, how many times has a client asked you, hey, how do I hire across state lines? Or Virginia, to your point, am I onboarding a contractor or an employee? Right? Like very common questions that clients will ask. They likely don't have an HR pro to turn to within their network, and they're coming to you expecting that you have that level of expertise. So what we've done at Gusto through People Advisory is to craft this new framework that says, if you as an accountant are able to pair the financial knowledge that you already have as a bookkeeping and accounting professional with some baseline knowledge on people operations best practice, and when that's powered by Gusto's People platform, you can deliver this holistic service that is People Advisory, in which you help your clients align their business and people strategies. Right? It doesn't have to be business at the expense of people or people at the expense of business. When done right, it can be both, and it can be done very well. So that's People Advisory in a nutshell. I think in contrast to the payroll certification program, People Advisory certification really is more about your soft skills, helping you build those frameworks and mental models to understand, how do I talk to clients about these things that maybe I don't know all of the answers? That's fine. You don't know all of the answers. No one's asking you to be an HR pro. But I think when you have just the right amount of information and can educate them and then make a sophisticated recommendation on where, like, the tool that they can use or where they can get the right resource, it really positions you as their people advisor. So that is People Advisory certification. The next leg of the journey is then taking the accelerator program. So many of you here, like Kate, are entrepreneurs. You're looking to, skill up and build your knowledge base and also make some money while you're at it, right? Nothing's wrong with recurring revenue. We all like it. So what the accelerator program does is it teaches you, hey, now that you know how to deliver the service, let's teach you how to build a practice line around it. So the accelerator goes in depth into how to package, price, staff, and sell people advisory services. And again, don't psych yourself out thinking that it's this big, hairy program. It's really not. What the program does essentially is it teaches you how to unbundle payroll from your bookkeeping package and position it as its own offering. So that way you can truly articulate the value of the service you're providing and also benefit in terms of, again, higher recurring revenue for your firm. So you can see how the offerings within the Academy create this nice arc, teaching you the foundation through Payroll Cert, helping you upskill through people advisory, wrap your arms around benefits and HR, and then all the way into how do you now monetize the knowledge that you and your team have.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing all that. It's impressive to see how much content that y'all have created and ways that y'all are helping the community and folks like us who are, kind of out here, especially solopreneurs. Like we need this training. So, and I would say for the people advisory, the second level, y'all, it gave me a vocabulary that I didn't have before, and that I don't think I don't know how else I would have gotten it. Like I didn't know how to say healthcare benefit type words. I didn't know how to say HR type words. But the clients, they're hearing about them, and they just, that's the best way I think of when I think about people advisory. Is it finally let me know how to talk about these things in an intelligent way. So even though I'm not going to be doing the HR stuff, I can field the questions. So, all right, we had 2 questions. Virginia asked, when will onboarding a contractor be available?
Virginia, yeah, I'm not sure if you're wondering about a training on that, or if you're wondering about just the act of doing it. So you can onboard contractors to Gusto on any plan. There's even a contractor only plan. So if you have clients who don't have, maybe they are, a solo employee or owner, and then they have one contractor. They don't need payroll yet, but they want some easy system. So you should be able to onboard any contractors to Gusto on any plan. And it's really simple because contractors do not require, as you probably know, all the forms that employees do. And so when you go in to add a worker, and you would just click the contractor button, and we have the same feature as employees with self-onboarding. Contractors are able to do that. It was mentioned in the onboarding a client training. Yeah, so you should have the functionality to do that with any clients that are coming onto Gusto in the add employees section. It's not going to be a requirement of the onboarding flow, but in the hiring tab, you have the ability to add a contractor.
And be sure to lean on your rep, Virginia, if you have any more questions about that. There was another question. Were we supposed to receive an email from Gusto upon completion? So what do they need to be looking for if they didn't download their stuff? I'm guessing that's what that's about.
Yeah, so if you didn't get an email from Gusto from when you completed the program, check your spam. It could be in there. I would also just say give it some time. Sometimes it takes a few days to have it trigger in the system. If you still haven't received anything, that does have your badge and it has just some helpful information. So we want to make sure you get it. You can email us at glearnsupport@gusto.com, and maybe I can have that included in Kate in the email that you send out. So any questions that you have afterwards, let us know, and I can definitely get you connected with all that good information.
And just to be clear, it's glearnsupport.
Yep.
At Gusto.
At gusto.com.
So I'll put that after they fill out their SOX form, if they need any more questions, to go to that address.
Amazing.
I'm going to push us here to the end, y'all. It's time to spin the grand prize wheel. Everyone's getting socks, but we are going to give away one hoodie. The very first time I spun this prize wheel was the very first payroll certification, and I used to spin it a lot after that. I haven't done it in a while, so here we go. There were 50 names added to this. I'm proud to have helped get this many people across the finish line with all of the Gusto's team's help. Here we go. Oh yeah, remember that sound? Let's see. Erica! This had confetti too, just like y'all.
So cute.
Awesome. Let me remove that. Erica, we will work on getting you actually, I have the link to send you to order your hoodie.
Your Gusto Academy hoodie.
Y'all, please stay in touch. Let's stay active in the Facebook group. Gusto's not going anywhere. We will keep leaning on them. If we need more training, let us know if we need to do this again. They're ready to help us. So we just need to know if there's interest. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this up.
Wait. Before you wrap it up, team, can we just give it up for Kate?
Oh, yes,
Kate. Kate, thank you so much.
I mean, y'all were critical to the beginning of my business journey. I have all my clients on Gusto. It makes,
Amazing.
you know, if I had had this training 2 years ago, it would have been the first one I would have started with. So thank y'all for continuing to help me. And yes, I was in some of those videos at the end, the profile videos. The first time I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, thank y'all for letting me do that this summer. That was a career highlight too, y'all. So that's an example of just continuing to put yourself out there, y'all, letting app partners know who you are, not being afraid to ask questions, because that's probably how that's how me and Annie connected. I was up in the biz a lot, that first client, and now she's moved up the ranks, and I got to be on TV with Gusto. So okay, thank you for helping celebrating me, Jacqueline, too. And now we're gonna sign off. Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
Thank you so much. See you.